May we have your attention please, distinguished delegates, ladies and gentlemen. Mohon perhatian kepada Bapak Ibu seluruh delegasi yang telah bergabung di ruang acara. Dipersilakan untuk bisa menempati tempat duduk yang telah tersedia dan dimohon kepada Bapak dan Ibu untuk berkenan mengisi juga kursi-kursi yang tersedia di sebelah sisi kiri panggung. Karena tentunya di sini juga sudah tersedia dengan alat penerjemahan. So ladies and gentlemen, we kindly invite for those of you who are already here joining us at the main hall to please kindly be seated and please also fill in the chair which are available at the left hand side of the stage, as we also already provide you with the interpreter receiver and we provide the interpreter or the translation services for channel 1 on Bahasa Indonesia and channel 2 for English service. Disilakan kepada Bapak Ibu untuk mohon berkenan berpindah mengisi juga kursi-kursi yang tersedia di sisi sebelah kiri. Bagi Bapak Ibu yang belum menempati tempat duduk, dipersilakan untuk bisa bergeser atau berpindah mengisi kursi-kursi yang ada di sebelah sisi panggung. Karena tentunya sesaat lagi ketika acara dimulai, para HOD kemudian juga delegasi-delegasi lainnya juga akan bergabung bersama-sama dengan kita. Sehingga tentunya masih tersedia kursi-kursi di sisi sebelah kanan, dan untuk Bapak Ibu yang sudah berada di ruangan ini mohon berkenan mengisi kursi-kursi yang ada di sebelah kiri terlebih dahulu. Terima kasih.
Good morning. It is a great pleasure for me to welcome you at the 19th ASEAN SOMTC Working Group on Counterterrorism on 18 May 2023 in Bali.
With that regard, I would also like to thank the SOMTC Indonesia, the Indonesian National Police for hosting and graciously contributing to the 19th ASEAN SOMTC Working Group on Counterterrorism. Without the need to focus whether we have a direct impact on violent extremism or terrorism, or how do we, as nations within ASEAN landscape,
to support the practical implementation of the ASEAN Outlook on the Indo-Pacific, including through our comprehensive strategic partnership.
ASEAN and Australia have a long and proud history of cooperation to address shared opportunities and challenges.
Good morning. It is a great pleasure for me to welcome you at the 19th ASEAN SOMTC Working Group on Counterterrorism on 18 May 2023 in Bali.
With that regard, I would also like to thank the SOMTC Indonesia, the Indonesian National Police for hosting and graciously contributing to the 19th ASEAN SOMTC Working Group on Counterterrorism.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the element that involved in the 19th SOMTC Region City, let me conclude by thanks you once again for your coming and your participation to attend this important meeting.
Without the need to focus whether we have a direct impact on violent extremism or terrorism.
We are pleased to be working closely with ASEAN to support the practical implementation of the ASEAN outlook on the Indo-Pacific, including through our comprehensive strategic partnership, under which political security issues are a vital pillar of cooperation.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the element that involved in the 19th SOMTC Region City, let me conclude by thanks you once again for your coming and your participation to attend this important meeting.
Good morning. It is a great pleasure for me to welcome you at the 19th ASEAN SOMTC Working Group on Counterterrorism on 18 May 2023 in Bali.
With that regard, I would also like to thank the SOMTC Indonesia, the Indonesian National Police for hosting and graciously contributing to the 19th ASEAN SOMTC Working Group on Counterterrorism.
Distinguished delegates, ladies and gentlemen, in a few moments we will start the opening ceremony for the 23rd SOMTC and its related meeting. Therefore, we kindly request you to please set your mobile phones as well as all communication devices into the silent or vibrate mode during the proceedings of this event. And please kindly also fill in the available chairs on the left-hand side of the stage. Thank you so much. Bapak dan Ibu, sesaat lagi kita akan memulai rangkaian upacara pembukaan dan dimohon kepada Bapak Ibu yang sudah bergabung di dalam ruangan untuk dapat menempati tempat duduk yang telah tersedia dan mengisi kursi-kursi yang tersedia di sisi kiri panggung. Selama acara berlangsung, kita juga menyiapkan tentunya interpreter atau penerjemahan dan untuk channel 1 adalah bahasa Indonesia dan channel 2 untuk bahasa Inggris. Terima kasih.
Good morning. It is a great pleasure for me to welcome you at the 19th ASEAN SOMTC Working Group on Counterterrorism on 18 May 2023 in Bali.
With that regard, I would also like to thank the SOMTC Indonesia, the Indonesian National Police for hosting and graciously contributing to the 19th ASEAN SOMTC Working Group on Counterterrorism. Without the need to focus whether we have a direct impact on violent extremism or terrorism, or how do we, as nations within ASEAN landscape,
to support the practical implementation of the ASEAN outlook on the Indo-Pacific, including through our comprehensive strategic partnership.
ASEAN and Australia have a long and proud history of cooperation to address shared opportunities and challenges.
Distinguished delegates, ladies and gentlemen, currently the Chief of the Indonesian National Police, along with the Police Commissioner General, the Chair of the 23rd SOMTC, Police Commissioner General Agus Andrianto, are welcoming the head of delegates of all of the ASEAN member states, and then also the HOD from our dialogue partners as well as from the ASEAN Secretariat. So we will start the opening ceremony for the 23rd SOMTC immediately. Thank you.
without the need to focus whether we have a direct impact on violent extremism or terrorism, or how do we, as nations within ASEAN landscape,
to support the practical implementation of the ASEAN outlook on the Indo-Pacific, including through our comprehensive strategic partnership.
ASEAN and Australia have a long and proud history of cooperation to address shared opportunities and challenges.
Good morning. It is a great pleasure for me to welcome you at the 19th ASEAN SOMTC Working Group on Counterterrorism on 18 May 2023 in Bali.
With that regard, I would also like to thank the SOMTC Indonesia, the Indonesian National Police, for hosting and graciously contributing to the 19th ASEAN SOMTC Working Group on Counterterrorism.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the element that involved in the 19th SOMTC Region City, let me conclude by thanks you once again for your coming and your participation to attend this important meeting.
Without the need to focus whether we have a direct impact on violent extremism or terrorism.
We are pleased to be working closely with ASEAN to support the practical implementation of the ASEAN outlook on the Indo-Pacific, including through our comprehensive strategic partnership, under which political security issues are a vital pillar of cooperation.
Good morning. It is a great pleasure for me to welcome you at the 19th ASEAN SOMTC Working Group on Counterterrorism on 18 May 2023 in Bali.
With that regard, I would also like to thank the SOMTC Indonesia, the Indonesian National Police, for hosting and graciously contributing to the 19th ASEAN SOMTC Working Group on Counterterrorism.
Selamat datang di Royal Ambarukmo, Yogyakarta.
Welcome to Royal Ambarukmo, Yogyakarta.
Sebagai bagian dari prosedur standar keamanan dan keselamatan di Royal Ambarukmo, Yogyakarta, kami diharuskan mengikuti prosedur ini.
In accordance with safety and security standard of the hotels, we are required to present you these procedures.
Hotel ini dilengkapi dengan kontrol keadaan darurat di ruang operator.
The hotel is equipped with emergency control at the operator rooms.
Setiap ruang rapat dilengkapi dengan alat pemadam kebakaran, alat penyemprot air otomatis, dan deteksi asap, serta sistem pengumuman publik.
All meeting venue is completed with fire extinguishers, water sprinklers, smoke detectors, and public announcement system.
Royal Ambarukmo Yogyakarta memiliki 3 pintu emergency exit menuju area berkumpul.
Royal Ambarukmo Yogyakarta has 3 exits to the assembly point.
Di alun-alun Pendopo Agung Royal Ambarukmo Yogyakarta.
Of alun-alun Pendopo Agung, Royal Ambarukmo Yogyakarta.
Sekarang kita berada di ruang Karaton Ballroom lantai 8.
Now we are at Karaton Ballroom.
Sekarang kita berada di ruang rapat lantai 8.
Now we are in the meeting room on 8th floor.
Apabila Anda mendengar alarm, mohon tetap di tempat untuk menunggu instruksi selanjutnya.
When you hear alarms, please remain in your positions to wait for further instructions.
Instruksi keadaan darurat dan evakuasi akan Anda dengarkan melalui sistem publik di ruangan ini.
The emergency and evacuations instructions will be announced from the public announcements in this venue.
Petugas kami akan mengarahkan Anda ke pintu darurat terdekat menuju area berkumpul.
Our associates will guide you to the nearest exits to our assembly points.
Terima kasih atas kepercayaan Anda dan selamat beraktivitas.
Thank you for using our services and may you have a pleasant stay.
Good morning. It is a great pleasure for me to welcome you at the 19th ASEAN SOMTC Working Group on Counterterrorism on 18 May 2023 in Bali.
With that regard, I would also like to thank the SOMTC Indonesia, the Indonesian National Police for hosting and graciously contributing to the 19th ASEAN SOMTC Working Group on Counterterrorism. without the need to focus whether we have a direct impact on violent extremism or terrorism, or how do we, as nations within ASEAN landscape,
to support the practical implementation of the ASEAN outlook on the Indo-Pacific, including through our comprehensive strategic partnership.
ASEAN and Australia have a long and proud history of cooperation to address shared opportunities and challenges.
Good morning. It is a great pleasure for me to welcome you at the 19th ASEAN SOMTC Working Group on Counterterrorism on 18 May 2023 in Bali.
With that regard, I would also like to thank the SOMTC Indonesia, the Indonesian National Police, for hosting and graciously contributing to the 19th ASEAN SOMTC Working Group on Counterterrorism.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the element that involved in the 19th SOMTC Region City, let me conclude by thanks you once again for your coming and your participation to attend this important meeting.
Without the need to focus whether we have a direct impact on violent extremism or terrorism.
We are pleased to be working closely with ASEAN to support the practical implementation of the ASEAN Outlook on the Indo-Pacific, including through our comprehensive strategic partnership, under which political security issues are a vital pillar of cooperation.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the element that involved in the 19th SOMTC Region City, let me conclude by thanks you once again for your coming and your participation to attend this important meeting.
Good morning. It is a great pleasure for me to welcome you at the 19th ASEAN SOMTC Working Group on Counterterrorism on 18 May 2023 in Bali.
With that regard, I would also like to thank the SOMTC Indonesia, the Indonesian National Police for hosting and graciously contributing to the 19th ASEAN SOMTC Working Group on Counterterrorism. Without the need to focus whether we have a direct impact on violent extremism or terrorism, or how do we, as nations within ASEAN landscape,
to support the practical implementation of the ASEAN Outlook on the Indo-Pacific, including through our comprehensive strategic partnership.
ASEAN and Australia have a long and proud history of cooperation to address shared opportunities and challenges.
Ladies and gentlemen, let us now welcome the Chief of the Indonesian National Police, Police General Listio Sigit Prabowo, and the Chair of the 23rd SOMTC Police Commissioner General Agus Andrianto. Please be seated. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Shalom, Om Swastiastu, Namo Buddhaya, salam sejahtera bagi kita bersama. May peace be upon us. Good morning. First and foremost, we would like to welcome our guest of honor, His Excellency Police General Listio Sigit Prabowo, the Chief of the Indonesian National Police of the Republic of Indonesia and the ASEAN Ministerial Meeting on Transnational Crime Leader. Honorable to the Police Commissioner General Agus Andrianto, the Head of Criminal Investigation Department of Indonesian National Police and the Chair of the Senior Officials Meeting on Transnational Crime. Honorable Head of Delegations from the ASEAN Member States, Timor-Leste, the ASEAN Secretariat, and the ASEAN Senior Officials on Drug Matters, distinguished guests, delegates, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the special region of Yogyakarta, Indonesia, on the 23rd ASEAN Senior Officials Meetings on Transnational Crime and its related meetings. My name is Dian Ariswari, and it is a great honor to be your Master of Ceremony for this auspicious event. And we extend our appreciation for your presence today. Excellency, distinguished delegates, ladies and gentlemen, as you may be aware, the 23rd ASEAN SOMTC and its related meetings is an opportunity for the ASEAN member states in law enforcement to exchange views on the current and emerging trends on transnational crime, discussing the progress and also enhance regional cooperation in ASEAN. And of course, we sincerely hope that everyone will enjoy your stay here in Indonesia and have a memorable journey. Excellencies, honorable delegates, distinguished participants, ladies and gentlemen. Now we kindly ask you to rise from your seat for the Indonesian national anthem Indonesia Raya and the ASEAN anthem, the ASEAN Way. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Please be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, proceeding to the next agenda, let us now have a silent moment for prayer. The prayer will be led by Bapak Rahman.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to lead this prayer in Islam. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Muhammad wa ala ali Sayyidina Muhammad. Oh Allah, the Almighty, with your grace and mercy, may the momentum of this event will be a way for us to strengthen regional bonds of solidarity and cooperation with each other for reaching agreement in our effort to effectively deal with transnational crime. Ya Rahman, the most gracious, we are a family with a strong historical and cultural ties. For that, give us strength of unity in our hearts so that we can nurture our sense of intimacy, brotherhood, harmony, peace, cohesiveness, and tranquility within us. Rabbana atina fid dunya hasanah wa fil akhirati hasanah wa qina azabannar. Our Lord, give us good in this world and good in the hereafter, and defend us from the torment of the fire. Amin ya rabbal alamin.
Excellency, ladies and gentlemen, please allow me to invite Police Commissioner General Agus Andrianto, the head of the Criminal Investigation Department of the Indonesian National Police of the Republic of Indonesia and the chair of the SOMTC to deliver his remarks. Police Commissioner General Agus Andrianto, please.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Yang terhormat Bapak Kepala Kepolisian Negara Republik Indonesia sebagai Ketua AMMTC Indonesia. Yang kami hormati pimpinan SOMTC negara ASEAN. Yang kami hormati Deputi Sekretaris Jenderal ASEAN. Yang kami hormati perwakilan mitra dialog, Bapak Ibu sekalian yang berbahagia. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Selamat pagi dalam salam sejahtera untuk kita sekalian. Pertama-tama marilah kita panjatkan puji syukur kehadirat Tuhan Yang Maha Esa. Karena atas karunia-Nya kita dapat berkumpul secara fisik dalam pelaksanaan ASEAN Senior Official Meeting on Transnational Crime ke-23 setelah kurang lebih 3 tahun kita melakukan pertemuan secara virtual akibat pandemi COVID-19. Kami laporkan kepada Bapak Kapolri bahwa pertemuan ini dihadiri oleh lebih kurang 150 peserta dari 10 negara anggota ASEAN, yaitu Brunei Darussalam, Kamboja, Indonesia, Laos PDR, Malaysia, Myanmar, Filipina, Singapura, Thailand, dan Vietnam, serta Timor Leste sebagai observer. SOMTC ke-23 juga dihadiri oleh mitra dialog untuk pertemuan konsultasi SOMTC seperti Cina, Jepang, Republik Korea, Australia, Selandia Baru, India, Amerika Serikat, Kanada, dan Uni Eropa. Hadirin yang kami hormati, di kawasan Asia Tenggara, kejahatan transnasional masih merupakan ancaman serius bagi kita sekalian. Isu kejahatan transnasional seperti terorisme, perdagangan manusia, penyelundupan migran, kejahatan ekonomi internasional, kejahatan dunia maya adalah masalah yang sama dihadapi kebanyakan negara ASEAN. Kita menyadari bahwa kejahatan transnasional adalah salah satu penyebab yang mendasar membuat penderitaan bagi masyarakat dan ketidakstabilan sosial ekonomi. Kejahatan lintas negara melemahkan sendi-sendi pemerintah global dan regional, sekaligus mengancam keselamatan publik, serta menjadi tantangan serius bagi kita dalam menciptakan kawasan aman dan sejahtera. Setiap hal yang akan kita lakukan dalam beberapa hari ke depan di wadah SOMTC adalah respon kita terhadap situasi tersebut. Karena kita semua akan terlibat secara aktif dan produktif dalam pembahasan yang tidak hanya antar negara anggota ASEAN saja, namun juga melibatkan negara mitra dialog yang memiliki kesamaan pandangan dengan kita tentang ancaman dari kejahatan transnasional bagi negara, masyarakat, negara kita masing-masing. SOMTC adalah pertemuan teknis yang akan membahas beberapa upaya untuk merealisasikan dan mengimplementasikan kerjasama antar negara anggota ASEAN dalam penanggulangan kejahatan lintas negara di wilayah Asia Tenggara. Ada 10 isu kejahatan transnasional yang dibahas pada rapat SOMTC dan rapat terkait lainnya, seperti perdagangan gelap narkotika, terorisme, cybercrime, penyelundupan senjata, perdagangan gelap satwa liar, dan kayu, perdagangan orang, pencucian uang, kejahatan ekonomi internasional, pembajakan di laut, dan penyelundupan manusia. Selama tahun 2023, kita mencatat bahwa rangkaian SOMTC Working Group telah dilaksanakan oleh masing-masing lead shepherd, di mana hasil rapat akan dilaporkan pada saat SOMTC plenary. Adapun beberapa working tersebut sebagai berikut. Pertemuan kelompok kerja SOMTC tentang masalah kejahatan transnasional secara umum ke-1 yang telah dilaksanakan pada tanggal 20 Maret 2023 di Jakarta secara fisik oleh SOMTC Indonesia sebagai Ketua SOMTC tahun 2023. Pertemuan kelompok kerja SOMTC tentang penyelundupan senjata kelima yang telah dilakukan pada tanggal 12 Mei 2023 di Phnom Penh, Kamboja secara fisik oleh SOMTC Kamboja sebagai lead shepherd. Pertemuan kelompok kerja SOMTC tentang counter terrorism yang ke-19 telah dilaksanakan pada tanggal 18 Mei 2023 di Bali, Indonesia secara fisik oleh SOMTC Indonesia sebagai lead shepherd. Pertemuan kelompok kerja SOMTC tentang perdagangan gelap satwa liar dan kayu kelima yang telah dilaksanakan pada tanggal 23 Mei 2023 di Bangkok, Thailand secara fisik oleh SOMTC Thailand sebagai lead shepherd. Pertemuan kelompok kerja SOMTC tentang kejahatan cyber ke-9 yang telah dilaksanakan pada tanggal 28 Mei 2023 secara virtual oleh SOMTC Singapura sebagai lead shepherd. Pertemuan kelompok kerja SOMTC tentang perdagangan orang ke-19 yang telah dilaksanakan pada tanggal 31 Mei 2023 secara virtual oleh SOMTC Filipina sebagai lead shepherd. SOMTC Indonesia juga telah melaksanakan 3 pertemuan lainnya, yaitu pertemuan para kepala unit spesialis anti TPPO yang telah dilaksanakan pada tanggal 30 Mei 2023 secara virtual oleh SOMTC Indonesia sebagai Ketua SOMTC tahun 2023. Pertemuan dialog kedua ASEAN Australia tentang counter terrorism yang telah dilaksanakan pada tanggal 19 Mei 2023 di Bali secara fisik oleh SOMTC Indonesia. Lokakarya ASEAN ketiga tentang PUF and MTF ketiga yang telah dilaksanakan pada tanggal 6 sampai 8 Juni 2023 di Bali secara fisik oleh SOMTC Indonesia. Bapak dan Ibu sekalian, SOMTC ke-23 akan melanjutkan untuk membahas hal-hal yang belum terselesaikan dari pertemuan sebelumnya, inisiasi baru, dan juga implementasi program kerja ASEAN SOMTC tahun 2022-2024. Saya berharap hasil pertemuan ini dapat diadopsi pada pertemuan AMMTC ke-17, di mana ini juga akan menjadi deliverable kita yang akan disampaikan pada KTT ASEAN yang akan dihadiri oleh pimpinan ASEAN pada bulan September 2023. Saya berharap dengan semangat ASEAN, semoga pertemuan ini membuahkan hasil yang bermanfaat untuk memperkuat kolaborasi kita melawan kejahatan transnasional di kawasan ASEAN. Semua isu yang dibahas adalah masalah kita bersama. Menjadi tanggung jawab tiap kita, saling membantu, saling mengisi, dan bekerja sama baik melalui jalur formal, terlebih bila bisa ditempuh secara informal, terutama dalam penanganan kejahatan yang melibatkan pelaku dari berbagai anggota negara ASEAN. Diharapkan melalui kerjasama yang baik di negara ASEAN manapun, kejahatan transnasional yang terjadi, semua pelaku bisa diproses sesuai dengan ketentuan hukum yang berlaku di negara masing-masing, sehingga setidaknya dapat menekan angka kasus yang terjadi di kawasan ASEAN. Demikian sambutan saya. Terima kasih. Wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you so much to Police Commissioner General Agus Andrianto for the warm welcome. Distinguished delegates, ladies and gentlemen, proceeding to the next agenda, we are very delighted to invite His Excellency Police General Listio Sigit Prabowo, the Chief of the Indonesian National Police and the leader of the AMMTC, to deliver his remarks. To His Excellency Police General Listio Sigit Prabowo, the floor is yours.
Distinguished ASEAN SOMTC leaders, Deputy Secretary General of ASEAN Secretariat for APSG, Head of Delegation of Timor-Leste, ASOD Chair, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Praise to the Almighty God for His blessing as we could attend the 23rd ASEAN Senior Official Meeting on Transnational Crime. First and foremost, on behalf of Indonesian government and as the AMMTC leader of Indonesia, I would like to welcome you all in Yogyakarta. Welcome to Indonesia. It is an honor for Indonesia to have you here. As we all know, we have been going through difficult time lately, starting from the COVID-19 pandemic, which harmed the health and disrupt the economy, the Russia-Ukraine war, and global geopolitical tension that caused the economic turmoil. The growing trends of transnational crime, till the climate change and natural disasters. These challenges have caused prolonged global uncertainty. Challenges after challenges continue to occur, testing our resilience as ASEAN. The IMF estimates that the world will continue to be overshadowed by global recession and the world of economic growth in 2022 was only 3.4%. Amid that global economic downturn, ASEAN has been demonstrating a stable economic development that reached 5.7% in 2022. This shows that ASEAN is capable of being the center of the world's development. In line with those challenges, achievement and commitment of ASEAN in creating peace and prosperity, Indonesia adopted the theme ASEAN Matter, epicenter of growth. During this chairmanship, Indonesia would like to work together with ASEAN member countries to solve ASEAN problems together, and words continue to be the main player of world's economics. The key to maintaining high economic growth is stability and security. As has been mentioned by President of Indonesia, Insinyur Joko Widodo, that no country can achieve prosperity when the country's condition is unstable. Moreover, the stability and security of a country cannot be separated from the regional and global strategic environment. Therefore, we have the responsibility and obligation to keep ASEAN safe, particularly for the ASEAN community. ASEAN geographical proximity makes us face the same enemy, especially in law enforcement field, namely transnational crime, which do not recognize national border, state sovereignty, and the rule of law. During the 42nd ASEAN Summit 2023 in Labuan Bajo, the ASEAN leaders have concurred that it is the prioritized resolution of problem that is affecting people interest. One of the implementation of this commitment was ASEAN leaders' declaration on combating trafficking in persons caused by abuse of technology. On this occasion, as Indonesia AMMTC leader, I would like to emphasize once again the agreement of the ASEAN Summit that trafficking in person must be eradicated completely. Based on UN ODC statistics from 2017 to 2021, this average number of perpetrators prosecuted for trafficking in person was 1,257 per year. Even though it saw a downward trend, the data certainly did not reflect the actual situation because there were still unreported cases. In addition, there is a possibility that the perpetrators are still operating without being detected. This was revealed at the ASEAN Summit as the Philippines and other national authorities succeeded in rescuing 1,048 victims of trafficking in person from 10 countries on 5 May 2023. Besides the issue of trafficking in person, technological advance and interconnection between countries are utilized by transnational crime groups to operate in new, more complex ways, such as radicalization that leads to terrorism and violent extremism can spread through the internet. Cybercrime is becoming increasingly sophisticated and difficult to detect. New types of drugs can be produced and be distributed more easily. Smuggling continues to grow, ranging from drugs, weapons, wildlife, and timber, as well as trafficking in person. Conventional crime with new modus operandi. Economic crime and money laundering from crimes can evade the financial and the financial system by layering and using digital currency. These are realities that we are facing. This is our common problem. We must continue to adapt and collaborate with the spirit of equality and partnership in order to combat transnational crime. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, 23rd SOMTC in the right forum to discuss the growth of transnational crime and our concrete measure in eradicating these crimes. In this forum, we must unite our perception, identify technical obstacles in the field, and produce concrete cooperation in terms of law enforcement for transnational crime. The outline of the topic on the discussion agenda as follows: sharing experience related to development in crime trend and best practices in respective countries, evaluation and optimization of ongoing SOMTC cooperation and work programs, proposed declaration to be ratified at the 17th AMMTC concerning strengthening cooperation and protecting witnesses and victims on transnational crime and terrorism, declaration of advancing law enforcement process in combating transnational crimes, declaration related to ASEAN early warning and early response system on preventing and countering violent extremism, guideline for Timor-Leste in the framework of cooperation and combating transnational crime, guideline for criteria and modality for engaging external parties for AMMTC, which have been discussed since 2017. Exchange of views and strengthening cooperation with the dialogue partners. Matters that need to be emphasized in the SOMTC as a follow-up the 42nd ASEAN Summit that we will discuss about Declaration of Labuan Bajo. The declaration technically will be a guidance for ASEAN's member country. In conducting cooperation to combat transnational crime, especially trafficking in person, we have proposed that declaration and base it could be approved at the 17th AMTC in August 2023. In the course of the discussion, we must always remember that the security of the people and the stability of the region must be the top priority in order to create prosperity for ASEAN. Distinguished delegate, as the final note, let us reaffirm the commitment started in the ASEAN Declaration 55 years ago. This is the importance of strengthening bond of regional solidarity and cooperation. We hope this forum will be able to reach a consensus in improving the effectiveness and response towards transnational crime. Commitment in combating transnational crime must be able to be implemented in concrete and operational efforts such as capacity building cooperation, intelligence exchange, police-to-police cooperation, handling over, mutual legal assistance, and extradition. One of the best practices that has just been done in the handling of trafficking in person case with the modus operandi online scam in the Philippines. Indonesia has conducted law enforcement to the recruiter, while the Philippines has also conducted law enforcement to the exploiter. This real cooperation assures that no room for any criminal to hide. I also believe that this cooperation will also enhance the strong relation between ASEAN countries and other countries as well. ASEAN is not only bound by geographical proximity. We are familiar with strong historical and cultural ties. Family has been present in every step on the way in realizing peace and prosperity in the region. Once again, welcome to Yogyakarta, a city known as the City of Students, and the City of Fight is the suitable place for this meeting to be held where all of us will study and fight together against transnational crime. Finally, I hereby declare that the 23rd meeting of senior officials on transnational crime is officially open. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Please remain on the stage. Mohon untuk tetap berada di tempat untuk Bapak Listio Sigit Prabowo karena kita akan melanjutkan dengan acara resmi. Ladies and gentlemen, we will now continue with the official opening and we would like to invite Police Commissioner General Agus Andrianto to also accompany Bapak Listio Sigit Prabowo for the striking of the gong. Ladies and gentlemen, the 23rd ASEAN SOMTC and its related meetings is now officially open. We will now have a photo session. Therefore, I would like to invite all of the HOD of the ASEAN member states to please join the gentleman on the stage for the photo session. This to commemorate this important occasion on the opening session of the 23rd ASEAN SOMTC and its related meetings. Ladies and gentlemen on the stage, we kindly inform you that we will do 3 different poses for this photo session. Now we will start with the formal pose. Kita mulai dengan sesi foto dengan pose formal. Please look at the main photographer, the one that raised his hand. Untuk fotografer utama boleh mengangkat tangan dan boleh melihat pandangannya ke arah lensa fotografer utama. On my count, on 3, 2, 1. Thank you. Now we continue with the next pose. This is the presisi pose. Please kindly put your right hands on your left chest. Kita lanjutkan dengan pose presisi. Dimohon untuk dapat melihat ke arah fotografer utama. Please look at the main photographer. On 3, 2, 1. Thank you. We continue now with the third pose. This is the ASEAN wave pose. And still, of course, looking at the main photographer lens. Sekali lagi untuk pose yang ketiga on 3, 2, 1. Thank you. Please remain on the position. Mohon untuk tetap di tempat. Kita akan melanjutkan, Bapak. We would like to invite the HOD of Timor-Leste to also join them on the stage for a photo session, please. Another photo session is of course also with the head of delegations of Timor-Leste, and we're going to do 2 different pose. Kita akan melakukan 2 pose, yaitu pose formal dan juga tentunya pose presisi. Dimulai dengan pose formal terlebih dahulu. The formal pose, please look at the main photographer on 3, 2, 1. Thank you. We continue now, of course, with presisi pose. Please kindly put your right hands on your left chest. On 3, 2, 1. Thank you so much. Thank you so much once again. Let's give a round of applause and thank you. Please be seated. Thank you so much once again to Excellency, distinguished head of delegates, ladies and gentlemen. Excellency, distinguished delegates, ladies and gentlemen. By this, we have concluded the opening session of the 23rd ASEAN SOMTC and its related meetings. We thank you to His Excellency Police General Listio Sigit Prabowo to be able to accompany us during this opening session. And once again, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to continue, of course, our 23rd ASEAN SOMTC and its related meetings with other agenda. There is the plenary session at 1 p.m. local time. So now, after concluding the opening session of the 23rd ASEAN SOMTC and its related meetings, Police General Listio Sigit Prabowo, along with Police Commissioner General Agus Andrianto and also Police Inspector General Krishna Murthy, will continue to the next agenda. Thank you so much, and let's give a round of applause once again, ladies and gentlemen, to Police General Listio Sigit Prabowo. Terima kasih, Bapak. Other delegates, please remain on this room as we will continue to the next announcement. Bapak dan Ibu dimohon untuk tetap berada di dalam ruangan karena masih ada pengumuman penting untuk agenda selanjutnya. Thank you so much. Well, distinguished delegates, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the organizing committee of the 23rd ASEAN SOMTC and its related meetings, we thank you everyone for your cooperations and also for your kind attention during the opening session of the 23rd ASEAN SOMTC and its related meetings. So, ladies and gentlemen, you are invited to the Royal Club Lounge at the 8th floor of Royal Ambarukmo Hotel for all of the SOMTC or the SOMTC leaders, Timor-Leste HOD, ASOT Chair, and also DSG of the ASEAN for the APSC, and Kasultanan Free Room at the 2nd floor of Royal Ambarukmo Hotel for other delegates. After that, you are invited to Kasultanan 1 and 2 room at 1 p.m. local time to proceeding to the plenary session. We're going to have lunch break and also break now because we're going to start the plenary session sharply at 1 p.m. local time or the Yogyakarta time. So once again, all of the SOMTC leaders, Timor-Leste HOD, ASO Chair and also the SG of ASEAN for APSC, you are invited to enjoy lunch at the Royal Club Lounge located at the 8th floor of Royal Ambarukmo and Kesultanan Free Room at the 2nd floor of Royal Ambarukmo for other delegates. We'll see you again at the plenary session sharply at 1 p.m. local time at Kesultanan 1 and 2 room. Enjoy your time. I'm Diana Riswari signing off and see you again at the plenary session. Good morning and take care. Om Santi 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 Om. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.